Well, hi, friends. Thank you for hanging out with me for just a couple minutes as we stay tuned into what's happening here at St. Paul's United Methodist Church. I'm coming to you from the past. I'm actually recording this on Wednesday, where just a few short hours ago we had popsicles at the playground and had a wonderful time with so many folks. We were blessed to not only have some of our families that are connected here, but also we had preschool families here that are connected, and we had folks from our community as well as folks from our neighborhood that walked over. We had a wonderful time, lots and lots of activity and lots of fun. So be on the lookout. We're going to be doing more of those probably in the coming months, just as a way to kind of draw the circle wider, to get to know folks from outside of the norm, and to welcome people and letting them understand and know that we are a place of welcome, we are a place of love, and ultimately we are a place where they can experience the love of Christ in powerful and profound ways. So thank you for supporting that. We had a good crew of church members here, and of course some preschool families, and so we're so grateful for their care and for their participation. Just give you a heads up about church this Sunday. We're going to be wrapping up our summer series, and so I've been excited every Sunday, honestly, as we've been diving into these particular characters and stories. And so in one way, I'm kind of sad that this is coming to an end, but I'm also really excited because the particular story that we're looking at today is not one that I usually think of when I think of stories that we grew up knowing, those of us that grew up in the church. It's not your typical Vacation Bible School story or church camp lesson story, but it is one with lots and lots of significance, and one that on the surface feels warm and fuzzy and almost like it's a prescription, but it also has all this nuance and beauty. So I think it really fits with what we've been doing, and it's the story of Philip, one of the earliest disciples and followers of Jesus, meeting, conversing with, and baptizing a eunuch from Ethiopia who was leaving Jerusalem. And so this story, I was reminded of it, honestly, when we started to prepare for our summer and to prepare for Vacation Bible School, because it was one of the stories that kind of headlined one of the days of Vacation Bible School. And the whole lesson they wanted to really put forth in our Vacation Bible School with our children that were here, based on Philip's conversation and ultimately the conversion of this Ethiopian eunuch to being a follower of Christ and being baptized, is their motivation. They wanted our kids and those that were a part of Vacation Bible School to know that Philip understood and had experienced something so powerful, that the motivation that came of it, that his following Jesus, his moving forward, moved him to such degree that he met someone very much unlike himself. And because of the power of the Holy Spirit, it compelled him and was with him and led him to this beautiful, beautiful, beautiful experience that not only he had, but most importantly, this Ethiopian eunuch had. So we're going to kind of push into that story a little bit and look at some of the nuances and things about it. And the sermon may feel a little bit different because, as you'll find if you show up, and I pray you do on Sunday morning, this story is an archetype that's connecting lots and lots of themes from some Old Testament imagery, as well as what the Holy Spirit is doing in the new birthing of Christ's church, specifically in the book of Acts. So our text this week comes from Acts chapter 8. I would encourage you to familiarize yourself a little bit with that, but if you're even more audacious, I want to encourage you to bounce around in the first half of the book of Acts, specifically things that will help give some color to the story that we're going to really focus on. Look at Acts chapter 2. Remind yourself of the story of Pentecost and Peter's proclamation and what happens directly after it in Acts chapter 2. Jump down to Acts chapter 9, a story that many of us know well. Saul, a persecutor of the church, encounters Christ on the road to Damascus, and what happens to him almost immediately whenever that goodness and grace meets him where he is. Chapter 10 is a very pivotal chapter in the book of Acts. It has to do with Peter and Cornelius and some visions and how things started to happen and movement started to really take place. You can also move on to chapter 12 and read about Lydia's conversion there, and then read about the missionary journey into Greece and into Athens. All of that is going to provide greater context for what we are going to push into a little bit deeper in Acts chapter 8 with Philip and this Ethiopian eunuch. So I look forward to diving into it with you. I look forward to God revealing himself in the scriptures and in our worship and in all that we bring into this space on Sunday. And I pray that you come with a sense of hope and excitement as well. All right, 10:30 a.m. here on campus. If you can't be with us, please connect with us online on our Facebook page or our YouTube channel. All right, grace and peace to you all. Have a wonderful, wonderful weekend.